Today I'm going to break down for you how to have more charisma, how to have more social success, and how to feel comfortable and not awkward in social moments. If you and I have not met yet, my name is Troy, and my goal is to help you 10x your results in life. For years of my life, I felt very shy. It was very hard for me to have social connections. It was hard for me to talk to girls. It was hard for me to lead in any situation. And then I realized that I had to develop this characteristic. And that's the reality. The first thing I want you to understand is that developing charisma is not a light switch, meaning like you have it or you don't have it. You probably feel like that. You see somebody who seems charismatic and you're like, oh my gosh, I wish I had that. But the reality is it's like a muscle. It's something that developed and trained over time. Not for everybody. You probably know some people that just kind of by the gift of God or whatever, they actually are charismatic. But that's like the rare case. The reality is oftentimes it's something that we have to develop and can be developed. That's the key. And so I want to break down these two concepts for you. The first is to understand the logical and emotional connection. What I see often take place is when people are trying to be charismatic. They're trying to maybe meet somebody new. You see some girls you want to talk to, or it's a business situation, and you roll up and you're trying to make that connection, right? We all feel that connection. But what you usually do is you go into logic. So you try to logically explain why someone should like you. And so you start to talk about things about yourself. So maybe you're like, here's my job, I do this, right? This is what I like to do for fun. This is what where I grew up, where I went to school, And you kind of explain this logical ladder that you're hoping they climb. And by the time they get to the top, they're like, oh yeah, you win and I like you. But it doesn't work like that. What actually takes place is it's all about emotional connection. That's what people actually feel. And especially, I believe, feminine energy really connects to emotional energy. It's almost like this ping pong ball game that you're playing, right? I remember a situation where my friend and I were talking to two girls, and all of a sudden we came into conversation around what we do for careers. And I felt the energy. I'm like, damn, everyone is falling asleep right now. I can feel it. And so my buddy and I, we both do martial arts. And so I was like, hey, my buddy does martial arts. And I was like, let me see your stance. Put them up, right? And then the next thing you know, they're like, yeah, they put their hands up. All right, let's see a punch. And they're doing punches. The entire dynamics of the moment changed because I knew we were going into logic and we had to get back over to emotion. And so the reality is, if you want people to feel your energy and you want to feel charismatic, they have to feel that from you. It's called state transference. You're transferring your state to their state. And you get into your state by feeling emotion, by feeling laughter and play. Look, I remember teaching boot camps. I used to teach these like personal training workout boot camps, right? And one time I had 65 people in a boot camp. And I realized, I was like, no one remembers what the hell we did. It's not like they're like, oh, we did push-ups and squats and da-da-da. And we did all these push-ups and squats, and that's why I love Troy's boot camp. Nah, it was how they felt. I could literally ask them, so what'd you like? What was your favorite part? And they'd be like, I don't know. It just was it was great. And so I started bringing my whistle with me, and we'd run around and I'd blow the whistle, be like, hit the deck, incoming, playing all these games and doing this different stuff, bringing a ball and throwing it around and playing tag and just different stuff like that intertwined with the workouts. And it created an incredible boot camps, an incredible experience because it was emotion. Now that is the same concept as creating charisma. Look, even me talking to you right now, notice how my tonality changes. I can bring it up, I bring it down, I push it towards you, maybe I pull it back a little bit. I change my tones and my directions, and my body's moving a little bit. Even in communication, it's called sub-communication, right? Notice how my body is moving right now. It kind of creates this little energy with our eyes where we're following it, it engages us. Versus if I was just talking to you like this, I'm stiff, I'm stuck. That is being logically, here, let me explain why you're already getting bored, right? So when I'm using charisma, I'm moving energy around. And so if you want to be charismatic, just play with these energies. And one of the ways to unlock that is to joke with yourself, make fun of yourself, be the type of person that doesn't take yourself too seriously or life too serious. Find moments and people and situations in your life where you can laugh and play. Laughter is very high vibration. And so lean into laughter more. If you're working a lot, if you're pushing the throttle down for success, been there, still struggle with it, that is very logical based. So we need to counterbalance that with fun, with play, with laughter. That is the energy we create. So the next time you're trying to create social connection and be charismatic, just make people laugh. Carry an intention of giving energy versus taking energy. If I'm logically explaining stuff to you, why you should like me, I'm actually taking energy from you. I want something from you. Let me explain why you should like me because I need you. I'm wanting an outcome here. That won't work. That won't work. Get that through your head. It's got to be emotion. You have to give energy. You have to make people laugh, feel good, transfer your state to theirs. Then they're going to want to hang out with you. They're going to want to connect with you. You'll naturally be charismatic. So part of being charismatic is letting go of the definition and trying to be charismatic and just play, just laugh, just have fun with it. I make these videos for you because I want to see you win. I want to see you have success, happiness, joy, abundance, because I believe those actually are your natural states. I love you so much. I look forward to being in person. Hit me in the comments. Let me know what you're working on, how I can help you out, and how it's going. Ping pong game of emotion. Enjoy it. Until next time, peace.